Real photographs. Joseph of Arimathea, Jesus, St. John and St. Peter. 19th century, when the photograph of a street in Jerusalem was taken in the Holy Land by the Chilean Diana Cooper, this image appeared where on the left you see Joseph of Arimathea, next to him Jesus, who has his right hand on the shoulder on the right, St. John Evangelist, and then on the far right, St. Peter with a walking stick. Everybody is walking. But let's take the opportunity to remember some important facts. Joseph of Arimathea, he was the owner of the tomb in which Jesus' body was laid after the crucifixion. He was the younger brother of Saint Joachim, the father of the Virgin Mary, which makes him Jesus' uncle-grandfather. He became the guardian of the Nazarene after the early death of Saint Joseph, the husband of Mary. He was a member of the Sanhedrin, the Supreme Court of the Jews, and a decurion of the Roman Empire, a kind of minister in charge of lead and tin explorations, a rich man according to St. Matthew, an illustrious man according to St. Mark, good and honest person according to St. Luke, who was a disciple of Jesus according to St. Matthew, but clandestine for fear of Jewish authorities according to St. John. The truth is that the four evangelists agree to recount the same episode where St. Joseph of Arimathea intervened. Jesus just died on the cross. Peter denied him 3 times in public. The apostles scatter, but this man requests the Roman prosecutor Pontius Pilate to allow him to bury Jesus' body. With Nicodemus' help, he unloads the body of the cross and buries it in his own tomb. But before, as Jesus walked toward Golgotha, he opens the tomb and bids the sheet to wrap it with Jesus. From the photograph we can tell that Jesus was very tall, coincides with the span that throws a height close to 1.85 meters. If one zooms in on the photograph, one can clearly appreciate that his nose is rather straight and not agile as he has sometimes wrongly represented it. St. John, big age difference with Jesus, rather short. She captivated him by her kindness, purity and chastity. He wrote one of the Gospels, Revelation, and 3 letters. He was the only brave apostle. I stood with Mary at the foot of the cross. John was the only 11, not martyred. He died in Ephesus, peacefully at the age of 94, according to Saint Epitaphiel. He was Jesus' beloved disciple. The art tends to depict St. John as a gentle person and, unlike the other apostles, without a bird, as shown in the photograph. St. Peter, he has a face almost identical to what we imagine. Walk assisted from a pole to cane mode. We identified her as the first pope of the church, based, among other arguments, on the words Jesus addressed to him, "You are Peter, and on this rock I will build my church, and the power of death will not prevail against it. I will give you the keys to the kingdom of heaven. Whatever you bind on earth will be bound in heaven, and whatever you loose on earth will be loosed in heaven." Matthew 16:18-19.